not planning to come home for Christmas, right? I just wanted to check. It's right around the corner, and I want to make sure there's no question about scheduling. Uh-huh. I was planning on coming back on the 23rd, but did you guys have something planned? I can come another time if that's better for everyone else. We want to spend Christmas with just the family. And by just the family, we mean me, your dad, and Katie. We'd rather have you not be here. You'll kinda just be in everyone's way. Wait, what are you talking about? I'm part of the family too. Katie is our only daughter. You really love Katie, don't you? But it would be nice if you could pay a little more attention to me too. It's kind of weird that you're outright ostracizing me. Well, Katie is more beautiful and talented, so it can't be helped. What else can we do? You'd act the same way too if you were in our shoes. It's always been like that since forever. You should know that I'm trying my best too. That should count for something. What? You've been putting in effort. Sorry, I had no idea. I wish you made more of an effort to make it a little more obvious. Come on! Cut me some slack! I mean, I am your daughter. Maya, I don't need a stupid child. If you had something that you were particularly good at, ideally better at than Katie, then maybe I would love you. Katie is better than you at most things, so naturally we love her. I remember you always compared me to my sister inside for that reason. As far back as I can remember, you've always compared me unfavorably to Katie. Comparing you and Katie is just ridiculous. It's like comparing a gecko and a cockroach. Whatever you say. They're both equally disgusting, though. Geckos are different from you. They protect the house. Just like Katie. Mom, I'm sure Katie wouldn't be too happy to hear you called her a gecko. See, this is why we don't want you visiting this year. You're always trying to cop some kind of attitude. You were fine with me visiting until now. Well, you live in New York. I kept hoping you'd bring some decent gifts from the city, but your taste is terrible. Tell that to the millions of New Yorkers who love the snacks I brought last year. I don't want something so trivial. I want something like a brand name bag. I can't be seen carrying knockoffs. There are stores for that too where you live, right? Why do I have to buy it myself? I don't have that kind of money. You could always save up. How am I supposed to do that when you only send $1,000 a month? You can't buy anything with that kind of money. You're also getting Social Security, so that should be enough, right? It's called being smart with your money. What are you talking about? After all, I've taken care of you until now. You should be giving me more. It's called being grateful to your parents for raising you. I understand that, but I can't afford to give you any more money. Maya, you don't earn very much, do you? Katie has to be earning way more than you do. Hey, I work hard too. But if you're not producing any results, then it's pointless, right? You can run as fast as you can, but if you're on a treadmill... Wait, so how much does Katie really make? Many times more than you do. And on top of that, she's also way more beautiful. She'll definitely marry a rich and handsome man, too. So her future overall is way more promising than yours. Mom, it's bad form to rely on your children's money so much. Who do you think has been taking care of the both of you until now? Your dad and I can't keep this up forever, you know. There comes a point in everyone's life when it's time to give back. Mom, I'm grateful for what you've done for me. But your way of thinking is terrible. Say what you want. If you're not going to give me more money or buy me the kind of Christmas present that I want, then don't even think of coming back. My name is Maya, and I'm 29 years old. I only visit my parents once a year these days. The reason for this is that my parents have a somewhat not-so-normal attitude towards me. Since childhood, my parents have always favored my older sister, Katie, who is smart and beautiful. I was always second. I left home as soon as I could because I couldn't stand to be in this situation. Luckily, my sister has always cared for me and treated me kindly. We're still on good terms and frequently keep in touch. I am providing financial support to my parents because they always say that if I don't pay them back for what they have done for me, they will barge into my workplace and cause a scene. I will never forget the fit they threw when I first started working because I was late sending them their monthly allowance. Ever since then, I began to fear for my job and never stopped sending them money. And I'm still doing so now. Honestly, I want to stop and don't want to see them anymore. But I still have the desire to see my sister, who still lives at home. So, as much as I hate seeing my parents, I still decided to go home for the holidays. But I never expected what would happen next. Dad, can I come home for Christmas to at least say hello?
Didn't your mother tell you not to bother?
Yeah, but...
I feel the same. You're not part of the family, so we don't need you here. You'd just be a bother.
Don't say that, Dad.
I have no interest in you visiting us. Katie is the only daughter we need.
Dad, I also wanted to be loved. I am your daughter, aren't I?
You're not a child anymore, so stop being selfish. Always thinking about yourself.
Hey, when have you ever done anything for me?
Maya, I raised you. So be thankful. What more can you ask from us?
You may think it's not much. But by the way, I'm also sending you money every month. So I deserve even a little bit of attention, I think.
It's not becoming of you to try and hold that money over our heads. If you hate it that much, you can always stop.
Oh my goodness. Do you really feel that way?
We have Katie, so we don't need any of your help. Don't ever come near the house again. And don't even think about seeing Katie ever again either.
Why do you have to bring her into this?
I'm saying that you don't have to keep sending us money if you don't want to. But of course, if you do stop, then some severance pay is in order to hold us over until we find us another way to get some cash flow. Let's say $30,000.
You're obsessed with money. It's always been that way. The value you place on anything is always about how much it costs or how much it can sell for.
You can say what you want. You can either pay it off in one lump sum or keep making payments as you've been for so long.
If that's how it is, then I don't think of you as my family anymore.
I don't care. We've never really thought of you as real family in the first place. So really, nothing will change and there's nothing to discuss.
I'm also going to stop paying off your car for you, by the way.
What are you talking about? Katie is paying that off. Now go back to sleep and stop talking nonsense. We're not able to pay our mortgage payment for some reason.
Can't you do anything about that? I don't want to be penalized for a late payment, especially if it's something out of our control. Who is this?
What are you talking about? It's your parents.
Actually, I don't have any parents. How did you get this number? Stop saying such silly things. I thought we agreed we weren't family anymore. In fact, you said you never thought of me as your daughter in the first place. That's not important now.
Stop trying to change the subject.
What subject should we be talking about?
We can't contact Katie about the mortgage. Do you know anything about this? You have to know something.
I don't know why you need to contact Katie. I'm the one who is paying it, after all. What? You're kidding, right? Oh, so you really didn't know.
What are you talking about?
Katie quit her job 3 months ago.
I never heard anything about this.
She used to work for a pretty reputable company, but she couldn't continue because her boss kept making passes at her and HR wouldn't do anything, so she just quit.
But you told us she just didn't have to go to the office anymore. You know how remote work is becoming more common. So I didn't think much of it.
She couldn't tell you the truth because your expectations of her were way too high. And we all know she's not that assertive. So to avoid any confrontation or conflict, she felt she had no other choice but to start flat out lying. But of course she felt really guilty about it.
So if she quit her job, then how has she been managing to keep giving us money all this time?
She's been juggling several gig-type jobs remotely, so she has some income. Apparently enough to send to you. But it's way lower than when she was working at her old job.
I had no idea. The amount of money she gave us didn't change, so there's no way we could have known.
She was using up all her savings to make sure you wouldn't notice. She would rather sacrifice what she has than have to deal with disappointing you.
Maya, how do you know all this?
She told me last month. She said she couldn't pay the mortgage anymore and asked me for help after quitting her job.
So you paid this month's mortgage, not Katie.
Hey, don't go and start getting the wrong idea. I did it to help my sister, not for you guys. She was having such a hard time trying to make you both happy.
But there's no way you can afford our mortgage. Your dad's right. So does that mean you're in debt?
No, of course not. I paid for it in cash, using money that I saved up.
So you're telling me that you earn more than $2,000 a month?
Yes, quite a bit more. But still, paying your mortgage on my own rent was stretching me pretty thin.
But how? How were you able to come up with that much money? What kind of work do you do?
I never planned on telling you, but I might as well, now that we're on the subject. I run my own company.
You're being delusional. There's no way that you can be running your own company. I know that you've always wanted your dad and me to pay more attention to you, but lying to us is not the way to get that to happen.
But I'm not lying. My company's doing all right. Things aren't going great, but they're not going that bad either, so I have a little extra money. Enough to get by paying for the whole family for the time being.
Wow, you must be serious. Maya, I knew it. You are our wonderful child after all. We are so proud of you. Now we don't have to keep on depending on Katie only. We can turn to you for support as well. This is wonderful.
What are you talking about? We already made it clear to each other that we are strangers, right?
Maya, let's let bygones be bygones. And let's look forward to a future where we are all reunited. Hey, I know. Why don't we move in with you? What do you think? That's a great idea.
Don't get ahead of yourself. I paid your mortgage for a bit as my way of repaying you. But I've had it now. Katie and I are cutting ties with you completely from now on. You'll be completely on your own, and Katie and I will take care of each other. That way you'll never have to deal with me always disappointing you as your non-favorite daughter. It's a win-win, right?
Wait a minute. Not just you, but Katie too. Why does it have to go that far?
It doesn't matter. Katie completely agreed to my plan. She's already moved out. That's why you can't get in touch with her.
What? No way! Really? Katie's room is empty. I thought she had just gone out with some friends and hadn't come back yet. No. Why did she leave? It's impossible. This has got to be some kind of practical joke. Maya, you're really out of line for this one.
If anyone's being out of line, it's you two. It's really low of you to take advantage of your children like you have been. You both should be ashamed of yourself.
What's wrong with what we've been doing? It's every child's duty to support their parents when they grow up. You should know that.
Do you know how much Katie has suffered because of that? I was able to leave on my own. and you made it really easy for me to do that. Katie, on the other hand, not so much.
But where did Katie go? She can't move anywhere without any money.
She's at my house now, and I was the one who lent her the money. She can take all the time she wants to pay it back. How could she just leave without telling us? After all we've done for her. She finally came to her senses after she realized you were taking advantage of her. Even Katie has her limit, and you pushed her to it. Now you've lost her as a daughter. But now our only source of income has disappeared. What are we gonna do? You're the one who caused all of this, aren't you? You started to introduce these thoughts into Katie's head. And now look at us. You see, that's what I really dislike about you two. You only care about money. I've always known you didn't care about me. But you don't even really care about Katie either. And she's even your favorite daughter. How do you even sleep at night?
Money is everything in this world. We need money to live.
Even if that's the case, it's wrong to ignore her suffering and be completely dependent on her. You can't just step all over everyone around you just to get what you want.
What's wrong with that? It's a child's duty to pay back their parents.
Wow. You really have no remorse. If you showed some, I was actually considering continuing to cover your monthly mortgage payment. But after hearing what you said right now, that choice is completely out the window now.
What? Wait! Maya! All of that was a lie. Come on! Have a sense of humor.
You know your father. He just loves making jokes. Always joking around. You have a stunning ability to flip-flop in an instant. You really have no backbone, do you? Sorry, I can't flip-flop as quickly as you two. I stand by my choice. Please, we need the money. We're begging you.
What will happen to our lives if neither of you are supporting us?
Don't you have a retirement fund? It should be enough, right? It's not enough at all. Of course it is. Add that to your social security and you should be more than okay. You just have to stop being so extravagant. You can't buy luxurious purses, but at least you can feed yourselves and have a roof over your head.
It's too late for that now.
I bet if you guys stopped going to the casinos all the time and going out to fancy dinners, you could live pretty comfortably. Wait, how do you know all that? We never told you we do those things in our free time. I heard it from Katie, of course.
Well, if you know how we live our lives, then you should know that we need the money to support it.
I have nothing to give you two leeches anymore. What a horrible thing to say! You're the ones who called me a cockroach. But there are no excuses. I have no intention of being involved with you for the rest of my life.
Wait.
What is it now?
I'll change my ways and make an effort to stop. I'll go to the hospital and get help.
I don't really care what you do, as long as it doesn't involve me.
I really do feel sorry. Please, help us.
We promise. We'll be better parents. Please. Afterwards, our parents kept trying to contact us, so my sister and I blocked them and cut off contact completely. With a car loan and a mortgage to cover, though, they were both forced to start working. They are constantly stressed and argue every day, and have continued to gamble and drink, despite not having enough money. As a result, their debts have piled up and they're being contacted by in a while, huh? There's actually something important that I need to talk to you about. Are you free to talk for a little while, or are you busy? Hi, Amanda. It really has been a while. I'm on break at work right now, so I have some time to talk. Do you want me to call you? No, that's okay. I prefer texting over talking on the phone. Talking on the phone is awkward for me. That's okay then. What did you want to talk about that's so important? I haven't heard from you in a really long time. I wanted to confirm something with you that I heard a little while ago. Did you and Jimmy end up having a baby? I mean, it's about time you did, right? You've been married for over 5 years now. Yes, we have been married for some time now, but we haven't had a baby yet. Trust me, we have had many conversations about having a baby in the time that we've been married. It's just that we don't have the time or energy to take care of one right now. We still haven't decided if we should have one yet. It's a lot of work. Jeez, you guys haven't changed at all. You guys are still as busy as ever. All you guys ever do is work and work. Can't you take a break from work and have a baby? Don't you guys have enough money saved up by now? You should start thinking about this because pretty soon you will be too old to have kids. There's just too much going on for us right now. Is that what you wanted to talk to me about, or is there something else? Oh yeah! I wanted to tell you that I'm pregnant. Huh? What? You're pregnant? Hold on a second, but you're not even married, right? No, I'm not married. Does that really matter? Are you with someone, or do you plan on having a baby while you're single? I might have someone. So you have a boyfriend, or perhaps a fiancé? I do have a boyfriend, but there's a slight problem. I have 5 boyfriends and have slept with all of them around the same time. I'm not really sure who this baby belongs to. Was that autocorrect, or do you actually have 5 boyfriends? I'm being serious. I'm kind of alone on this right now, and going through pregnancy alone is really tough. So I was planning on coming home. So you plan on staying with your parents? No, I actually had something else in mind. What were you thinking then? Do you have a friend you can live with for a while? Did you ask them yet? What did they say? Well, I actually did ask them, and they won't let me. I was actually hoping if I could stay with you. You live close to my parents' house, too. I thought it would be better to live at your place instead of burdening my parents with all of this. You would be able to help me better than they can anyway. I was hoping that if I contacted you again, you would help me out since you are my sister-in-law, you know? You want to live with me? Jimmy and I both work all day, and we don't even have a house of our own yet. We don't have time or room for another person to be living with us. See? That's why you can't have a baby. That's beside the point. You're going to have a baby all on your own. What do you plan on doing? Do you have a job? What do you do for work? I did have a job, but I recently quit. You quit your job? You're joking, right? How do you plan on living with a baby then? I have to quit. The morning sickness has been so intense and I kept having to miss work anyway, and it's not like I made a lot of money either. So I just thought it would be best to quit and look for help. You're already having that much morning sickness? By the way, how far into your pregnancy are you? I'm about 7 months in. What? 7 months already? And you didn't tell anyone about this until now? Anyway, I plan on coming home because I need some help. You'll help me, right?
Wait, this is all too sudden.
My mom and dad were really happy to hear the news. I thought you would at least be happy and able to understand my situation if you were once in the same situation as me. But even after all of this time, you haven't had a baby yet. I thought you would be able to give me some tips and advice on pregnancy, but I guess I was wrong to assume.
As I said, we've talked about having a baby before, and we have our own reasons for not having one right now.
Jeez. And in the end, you failed to convince me of a real reason why you both are choosing to not have a baby. You could easily take a break from work. But I'm going to be due soon, so you can help me, right? I'm sure I can rely on you. You're my sister-in-law, after all. You don't really have a good reason to not help me. I plan on moving in with you at the beginning of next month on Friday. Plus, I'm sure Jimmy would want to help me out too.
Jimmy and I both work full-time.
The last thing we want to do when we get home from a long day of work is to work even more and help you through pregnancy. Just moving in with us isn't as easy as you think it is. We have lives of our own. What's with your response? So mean. Well, actually, there's something else that you need to know about. We are actually living with your parents. You guys are all living together? How come I never heard of this until now? I thought you guys just lived close to my parents, not with them. Due to certain financial reasons, we are temporarily living with them. So you guys are just clinging to my parents for extra money? Also, their house is pretty small too. How come I couldn't just keep living with my parents? Life would have been so much easier for me. Ugh. And I've been out here living alone this whole time. It wasn't as easy as you think. There were a lot of negotiations, and we don't live with them completely for free. Although it is still cheaper for us this way. It's going to help us save up for our own place in the future. That's why we are both working so hard. No! This is no good. What about me? I have to be out of my apartment by the end of this month. That's why I was saying things are a bit more difficult than you think right now. I have 1 week left until they kick me out. I have no choice but to move in with you guys. You are being so selfish. At least let me stay with you guys in the same room. You can share the space, right? I can't do that right now. You are being so mean. I'm telling my mom about this.
Carly, you heard the news about Amanda, right? The poor girl is pregnant and she wants to come home.
Yes, I know. I was messaging her just a little while ago. She plans on raising her baby alone.
She is not alone, and she won't be raising her baby alone. She has you, and you should be a good sister-in-law and help her raise her baby.
But wouldn't there be too many people in the house if we let her come home?
Yes, but we have to do this for her. She's pregnant, after all. It's not like you have a baby of your own yet, so you should have the time to help her. I've always wanted a grandchild, and with her having a baby, I'll finally get what I want. So, with that said, please look after her.
Why should I have to be the one to look after her? This was her decision to get pregnant all on her own and have a baby.
She will be fine to live with us. She's my daughter, after all. And I took you and James in.
I just don't think this is a good idea. What about living expenses? She doesn't even have a job. Are we expected to pay for everything for her, too? And the house is so small.
You guys are the ones who moved into her old room. That room will be good for her and her baby to stay in, too. You guys can make some room.
It wasn't just her room. It was Jimmy's room, too. They shared a room growing up. Anyway, this room can only fit one full-size bed in it. There's barely any room to walk around in here. I think it would be better if she stayed in your room. You have the master bedroom. It is sort of strange for a brother and sister to share a room at this age, especially with her brother's wife. We need our privacy. Your room could easily fit another bed in it. I just think that would be more reasonable. You're also her parents and can help her more with the baby. You guys have experience and could help better than I can.
You are living in my house, aren't you? I don't want her in my room. I may have experience, but you helping her will teach you how to have your own baby one day. Plus, you get up super early for work. During that time, you can help her. You also go to bed pretty late after getting home from work. You have plenty of time to help her. I, on the other hand, need to worry about taking care of myself. I'm getting old. You can also give her your bed. We have a small twin-sized blow-up air mattress in the garage. You and Jimmy can use that to sleep on next to the bed.
When I wake up early for work, I'm focused on getting myself ready in the morning. I have to shower and make myself breakfast. I also get home late most of the time from work, and I'm really tired. Sometimes I go straight to bed without eating dinner. Work takes up all the time that I have, and I barely have time to take care of myself. How am I supposed to take care of a whole other person and their baby? Jimmy and I need privacy and we need our sleep. Having a crying baby all night isn't something we can handle right now. You can say that all you want, but your room is the only place you can stay. It just can't be helped. I think you'll be fine. Is there really no one else that you can stay with? Why does this all of a sudden have to be my responsibility? Because everyone else is busy and I'm not going to ask. She's already getting ready to move in with us. That's the plan. She has family, so be good to her, okay? You are the baby's aunt, too. Yes, but I was not expecting to take care of a baby so suddenly. You have so much more knowledge and experience with all of this. True, but you are young and have the energy to do this. I also can't let the rest of the family know about her pregnancy right now. Just because I'm young doesn't mean I have infinite energy. I get stressed and tired too. Plus, why does this need to be a secret? You guys wanted to be grandparents so desperately, and you were happy to hear about her pregnancy. Why do you have to be so difficult to deal with? Just do as I say. Because her having a baby shouldn't be my burden. I've been working so hard lately as it is. And you were the one who told her the lie that we lived separately. Because of that, she thought she could just move in with either one of us. Now we are stuck in this situation. Listen, I wanted her to stay independent. That's why I said that. You know she has been a bit of a troublemaker. But she needs help now, so we have no choice. You do realize how problematic this situation is, right? If we let her move in, it will be you, me, Jimmy, Mitch, and now Amanda and her newborn baby. All trying to all fit into a small 2-bedroom house. Please think about this for a second. It is going to be nothing but chaos every day. Then why don't you quit your job and help out more? Who knows? Maybe you will finally realize that you want to have a baby too. I think this will be good for you. Quit my job? If I wanted my own baby, I would have made that decision on my own. You have no choice. You must help her. What are you saying? At least Amanda has her priorities straight. She is giving me what I've always wanted, while all you've cared about is work and money. She is the ideal child in my eyes. I can't wait until I get to see my grandbaby. So at least do something worthwhile and help her. And take some notes, too. You'll need it if you ever decide to have a baby. Anyway, I'm counting on you. Hold on a second. I still need to talk to you about this financially. Do you expect me to pay for all the baby stuff, too? Hello? I can't believe I've been living with you guys for a month now. Time really does fly by fast. I still don't get how you don't have a baby of your own. It's weird to me. What's with the criticism all of a sudden? At the end of the day, it was me who was able to fulfill my parents' wishes to give them a grandchild. Why couldn't you have just quit your job and taken some time to have a baby of your own? And now I'm entrusting you with my baby, despite you having no experience at all. But overall, you should be thanking me for having a baby, because if you never end up having one, at least I bore the burden for you. You think that I should be thanking you? Is it really a crime for me to choose working for a better future over having a baby right now? Yes. Anyway, once this conversation is over, find a place for your stuff, okay? Take it elsewhere. Wait, what did you just say? What do you mean? I contacted an ex-boyfriend of mine since he works for a moving business. He let me borrow one of his moving trucks. I'm moving all of your and Jimmy's stuff into a rental storage shed nearby. So our stuff isn't in the house anymore? Did you really go out of your way and do that work all by yourself? Did you ask your parents if doing that was okay? You need to find somewhere else to put all of your stuff. It was all in the way. Mom and Dad allowed me to move your stuff. They agreed that it was all in the way. I was only thinking about the safety of my baby. Your stuff was cluttered everywhere. What if I tripped and fell and hurt the baby? My mom agreed with me that you are nothing but a nuisance right now. You are a parasite in the way of us having a baby. With your earnings, you can easily find an apartment elsewhere.
Understood. Good luck.
Bye-bye! So, are you and Jimmy living on the streets? Or are you able to actually find a place to stay? I'm living the best life right now. Mom and Dad are spoiling me since I'm about to have their grandbaby. They are giving me all of the money and support that I need right now. It sucks being out there living to support yourself on your own, doesn't it?
Oh, good. They are taking care of everything for you? Then I can focus on my own life now. I can also go ahead and sell the house.
Huh? What do you mean? What house is there to sell? If you're talking about my mom and dad's house, then that's impossible. They raised me in that house since I was a baby.
Why would it be impossible? Jimmy owns that house after all.
I don't get it.
You keep praising your parents for being so good. But you never really asked about anything, have you? I guess they never told you anything that happened while you were out of the picture doing your own thing for a while.
Wait, what do you mean by all of this? Don't be mysterious. Just say whatever it is you're trying to say.
It all started a year after we got married. Your parents asked us to live with them to help out for financial reasons.
So, you guys were living with my mom and dad because they asked you to help them?
Yes. Your dad was falling behind on his mortgage, and if we didn't help him, he was going to lose the house. It is the same situation with his car, too. Your parents were really far into debt, and the interest kept building up. They came to us for help to avoid homelessness.
Dad?
Back then, did your dad not tell you that part of the reason why he couldn't pay off the loans was because he got fired from his job?
What? He never said anything about this.
Well, that's what happened. In fact, he has been working a part-time job, but it doesn't pay him well enough at all. Eventually, your dad kept borrowing money to help support you, your mom, and your brother. As you can see, living off of loans isn't the right way to go. Your dad was at a loss for what to do. That's why he asked us to help. He had no one else to turn to. I guess he just didn't have the heart to tell you about this.
I can't believe he never said anything to me. He was fired and in debt. Then why did they agree with me on the fact that you two were the parasites living off of them? Is it really the other way around?
By the way, you shouldn't be calling anyone a parasite. I wouldn't call your parents that either. But at least now you know the whole story. Due to your parents struggling financially, Jimmy and I are working hard to help them. That's why we were living with them and why you didn't know about it. Oh, and there's something else about your dad that you should know.